What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today we are going to give away some stuff. I had a Whatnot auction the other day, and I want to give away some of the proceeds that I made from the Whatnot auction. So what I'm going to do is I want to give away at least $50, and all you have to do is just leave a comment on the video, and that's pretty much it. Also, you can let me know if you're going to sell on Whatnot or not. And if you have any other suggestions that I maybe have forgot for this video, and you have any opinions you want to give anybody else for any Whatnot sellers out there, do that too, because we are all about helping one another out on this channel. So any advice on Whatnot will be appreciated. So leave a comment and you can win 50 bucks just for commenting on the video. So with all that being said, I want to talk about the biggest mistakes that I personally made on my first Whatnot auction. There were some things that I would definitely do different. Although it was my first Whatnot, I don't expect it to go perfectly because, I mean, it's your first time doing something. You're never going to be perfect your first time. This video, I'm just going to talk about some of the mistakes that I personally made on my very first Whatnot auction so you can avoid having some of those same mistakes. Now, one of the first things I did before I started my auction was I listed all night long, man. Like right before my auction, I listed all the items that I was going to have in my auction. And I had over 100 items. I listed all those items pretty much in like one setting. I got burnt out listing stuff on Whatnot. So the first thing I would say is make sure that we're listing items up until you have your auction. So if you have your auction on a Monday, start listing items the Monday before, so that you may list 20 one day, 20 the next day, 20 the next day. Just kind of space it out so you don't feel too overwhelmed trying to list all of your items for Whatnot in 1 second, like I was trying to do, just list it all at one time, because again, you can get burnt out. One thing I will say about Whatnot is listing's very easy. Listing on Whatnot was super easy, so I will give them credit for that. But on myself, just trying to list 100 items in one sitting, you can definitely get burnt out. Don't do that. Another mistake that your boy made before he did his Whatnot auction, I have a horrible habit of not eating properly, man. Like I will wake up, be like, okay, I'm gonna eat breakfast, but hold on, let me do this first. And then I'll start doing that. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm about to eat. Well, let me do this other task. And I will do every task that I have to do within the day. And the next thing I know, I look up, it's 5 o'clock and I'm cooking dinner. And that's my first meal of the day. So with my Whatnot auction, same thing happened. Like I didn't eat, I was hungry, and you're likely to have just a little bit of an attitude, and I get hangry, and I was just so hangry during my Whatnot auction that it was not even funny. Like small little things were just like annoying me. Some things that I was doing, as well as some of the comments that I was getting during my Whatnot auction. Nobody was rude or anything. It was just like somebody had made a purchase, and I've already talked about it in one of my previous videos, but I'm not gonna get into it again. So just make sure that we're eating so that way you can come in fully alert and not on the negative side, if you know what I mean. And then after I did finish my Whatnot, I was printing my labels. So they have an option of printing labels 8.5 by 11 or 4 by 6. I went through half of my labels before I even realized that the option to print 4 by 6, you had to do that before you even print your labels. So they give you the option at the very top of your Whatnot shipping page, and I didn't know that. So all my labels came out 8.5 by 11. I mean, I have 5 label printers around here, so there's no excuse for me to have to print my stuff on 8.5 by 11 paper, wasting all that paper, and then having to tape the tape to the boxes. Like I should have just did it 4 by 6, but I didn't know. So just make sure if you jump on Whatnot that you can print them 4 by 6. You just have to put 4 by 6 first. So make sure that you're inputting the 4 by 6 labels if you want to print it on a thermal printer first. And I think I already covered that I just had too many items. Like I was trying to offer 100 items, which made my auction go for about, what, 2 hours, which is way too long to do an auction, in my opinion, man. You might want to limit your auctions just to like an hour at a time, maybe. So maybe like 60 items, you do an item bet 30 seconds per item. And then by the time you talk and ramble a little bit, it might all turn out to be around an hour. I just can't do longer than an hour because, again, it's just one of those situations like you can get burnt out doing something for too long. And me being on Whatnot that one night, I was burnt out, not even gonna lie. And we don't want to hate anything that we're doing. Like that's why we're resellers. We became resellers for a little bit more freedom and ease of mind. Like we want to be stress free, and I can't be stressing myself out. Definitely don't want to be doing that. Another mistake that I did made, I actually offered some items on my Whatnot that if I put them on eBay, I would have made like 50 bucks. But in the Whatnot auction, they only went for like $5 and $6, which was crazy to me. I did go in expecting people to play like close to eBay prices, not eBay prices, obviously, but kind of close. Like if I'm offering a $50 item, you know, maybe it can go for like half, at least half, and it wasn't. It was literally going for like 20% of what it could potentially be worth, which was crazy. So if you have expensive items, do not put them on Whatnot, keep them on eBay, and just take your other items that people would want. Like I found that people really don't want just like expensive stuff. They just want randomness, if I could be honest. Like they bought stuff that I didn't expect them to buy, like the stuff I thought wouldn't sell sold, and the stuff that I thought would sell didn't sell. It's pretty interesting. So just play with Whatnot a while, or if you're in a particular niche, that's good, but I sell everything, so it's interesting to see exactly what actually sells on Whatnot. And as far as why my items possibly didn't sell, it's probably because I wasn't as descriptive of my items as I should have been. Me explaining something as I grabbed it, this is a bottle. I'm like, this is a bottle. This is what the bottle looks like, and that's about it. But is it a glass bottle? How tall is it? You know, are there any markings on the bottle? Like I wasn't descriptive at all. I would be like, this is what I'm selling. Here it is. Look at it. Any questions? So going in, I need to have just a few key points about whatever item that I'm selling that might get it sold a little bit quicker. You know, I guess I got to be a salesman actually on Whatnot. It's just not going to sell itself. So be a little bit descriptive on your items just to let people know exactly what you're selling. Another thing that I thought I had down packed, I was like, you know, as I sell, I'm just going to put all the items that sell on this side and the stuff that don't sell on this side. Well, I sold a bunch of items. I think I sold like 80 something items out of the 100 that I had. So with that being said, like imagine having like 80 items just piled over here to the side somewhere. I could have organized just a little bit better than having just that big old pile next to me. So just going in, having like maybe like 3 or 4 boxes specifically. Okay, if I sell, I'm gonna put them in this box, or if I don't have an item, I'm gonna put it in this box or this bin. Just having something available close by so you can just put whatever item that actually sold for you in one area and one item that didn't sell for you in the other area. Just helps with organization, because by the time you're done, you're going through all kinds of stuff, and then you have to like find what sold in the very beginning of the auction because it's buried under all the other items. So just a little bit better organization for myself. I wish I would have had going in. It wasn't too bad, but being a little organized is better than not being organized at all. And then one of my main pieces of advice I would say for Whatnot, I went in with expectations of what I wanted sold and stuff like that. We want to have goals. But if this is your first time selling on Whatnot, just go in with no expectations at all. Just go on the platform, see what happens, and then be happy with whatever results that you get, because it may be your first time selling on Whatnot. So you don't know the results yet. You know, you may not get 25 people in your chat, or you may only have like 3 people in your chat, or you may have 7 sales, or so you don't want to have too many expectations, because you don't want to be disappointed. Because if you go in with high expectations and you don't meet your expectations and then you get disappointed, they may prevent you from jumping back on the platform just because you get in your head about, oh, it didn't work for me the first time. So just go in with no expectations, because if you don't have expectations, you can never be disappointed, right? I mean, that kind of goes generally. I mean, that kind of goes generally in life anyways. I mean, we shouldn't have too many expectations. Obviously, we should have expectations, but just not too many. And a lot of us also have unrealistic expectations. So just make sure we're keeping realistic expectations on the table if we do have those. Again, it's good to have goals, but don't have unrealistic goals. Oh, I hope I sell $100,000 in items this month, and you don't even have $100,000 worth of items in inventory. Like, people have that kind of goals out there, and then when they don't achieve them, they hurt themselves because expecting stuff that's unrealistic. So just try to be realistic about everything when it comes to Whatnot, eBay, and everything. Even though this is about Whatnot, just try to be realistic about everything, man, and it'll help in the long run. So yeah, so that was my first time on Whatnot. Like I said, it was definitely a good experience. I will definitely jump back on Whatnot. So guys, make sure that you come follow me on Whatnot if you aren't currently following me on Whatnot. And if you have any advice, like I said, that I didn't mention, or something that I said that you don't agree with, go ahead and leave those in the comment section, because we're not biased on this channel. We appreciate all opinions, and we're about helping each other out. That's why I try to make these videos, because I experienced Whatnot. It was my first time doing Whatnot. These are some of the things that I felt like I failed in, and now I'm just trying to help you guys so you don't fall into the same traps that I did, although they weren't really traps, but you get what I'm trying to tell you. And don't forget, if you would like to be a seller on Whatnot, click the link in the description box below. That will take you to the place where you become a seller, yada yada yada. You know how that works. Affiliate link, all that good stuff. If you click that link and become a seller, I get $200. I'm not gonna lie. So if you want to become a seller on Whatnot, click that link and get your boy $200. I can use it. But if you just want to become a buyer on Whatnot, and if you're not currently buying, you can click the other link that's not the seller link but the invite link, and you'll get a $15 credit if it's your first time ever joining Whatnot. And I think I get like 25 bucks too. So yeah, if you happen to click any of my links, I get a little kickback, you get a kickback. We all win, right? We all win. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, because why wouldn't you? It's completely for free. Anyways, bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm gonna bless somebody tomorrow. At this point in time, your boy Tay, I'm out.